What's up, guys? Jordan here from Show Me Vegas. Hey, I've stayed nearly everywhere in the Las Vegas Strip, and now I'm working my way down Fremont Street. Tonight I'm staying right here at the D Las Vegas, and I've got something pretty special planned for the room. It's a little bit early. It's about 11:30. I'm going to go in and check out and see if my room is ready. Well, let's go check out the D Las Vegas. All right, the room's not ready yet, but that's totally understandable. I checked my suitcase with the bell desk. Let's go explore this property a little bit while we wait. First things first, let's talk ownership. The D is owned by the Stevens brothers. Derek Stevens, who also owns Circa and the Golden Gate on the other end of Fremont Street, owns this property. The Stevens brothers are from Detroit, Michigan, and that's where they got the name for this hotel. The D pays homage to their hometown of Detroit. I don't know why, but I love two-level casinos, and there's not very many of them in Vegas. Both of them on Fremont Street are owned by the Stevens brothers. Circa is also 2 floors. For some reason, I'm just feeling like starting on the 2nd floor. View Bar is one of 2 you're going to find up here on the 2nd level. This one's called View Bar because it actually has a little patio that overlooks Fremont Street. The other bar you'll find on the 2nd floor here is called Bar Canada. It's a sports bar attached to the sports book. Not a lot of Keno lounges left on the Strip, so this is a pretty cool feature. It's actually really nice in here too. The 2nd floor is also home to the high limit slot room. For a budget casino, if you will, this is actually really nice. This is a classic here in downtown Las Vegas. Sigma Derby. I believe this machine has been here since the Fitzgerald's days. A lot of slots up here on the 2nd level and video poker, mostly bar top video poker, but you do have a lot of Game King machines right here in this area. And if you want to do a little more modern electronic horse race betting, they've got the Derby Deluxe down here. I love these machines. These are a ton of fun. Great way to play without spending too much money for a long time. Also up here on the 2nd floor, Bacon Nation. As a bacon lover, this place might be calling my name. Okay, who's not a bacon lover? Not a lot of dining options here at the D, but one of them is a very nice steakhouse. Andiamo is found at the top of the escalators right next to the restrooms. Of course, this being a Stevens Brothers property, they have a Circa race and sports book. It's more of just a betting desk right here by Bar Canada. They also have a VSIN desk. This is the Vegas Sports Information Network, and they have a bigger studio over next to the sports book at Circa. This is Bar Canada up on the 2nd floor. Question for our Canadian viewers. Do Canadians actually come here, or is this just a kitschy place for Americans to drink Canadian beer? And now for the real question. Is there a reason for Americans to drink Canadian beer? No offense, Cass. I'm going to take a little break from walking around to have a beer and play some video poker here at Bar Canada. No offense once again, Canada, but I got a Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Ladies and gentlemen, the unthinkable has happened, but unfortunately I'm only playing dimes, and I'm not even on max bet. Word to the wise, check the pay tables before you begin playing any kind of video poker. I was betting 30 cents a hand, and that Royal Flush was only $75. If I'd been betting 50 cents per hand, would have been $400. Let this be a lesson to you kids. Don't make the stupid mistake I just did. Hey, at least I learned from my mistakes. I upped that bet. Boom, baby. 3 straight flushes, a 4 of a kind, and 4 deuces. That's a $114 win right there. Well, Bar Canada was pretty hospitable. After tipping my bartender, I cleared about $50 and got 2 free beers. It's 12:30 now. I just got a text that my room is ready, and I can't wait to show you guys this room. I think it's going to be pretty cool. We paused this video for just a second to talk about this video's sponsor, and that's Planin. You've heard me talk in the past about how Planin can save you up to 40% on hotel bookings worldwide, and now Planin is getting into experiences. Tours, excursions, and activities are now available for booking on Planin's website, so you can save money that way as well. All you have to do to use Planin is sign up for a totally free account using our link in the description box down below, or scan the QR code on the screen right now. In doing so, you'll be helping this channel create more travel content for you. Planin was based around the premise of helping content creators like us give you recommendations and help you save on travel bookings. Hundreds of people have already signed up. Join more than 400 people who are following our page on Planin and saving on their travel bookings every day. I personally have used Planin to book several hotel rooms already and saved hundreds of dollars. Believe it or not, the hotel's direct website is not always the cheapest rate, so before you book your next Vegas hotel room or tour or activity, or a hotel room anywhere in the world, be sure and check out Planin.com. And like I said, save up to 40% worldwide. Alright, let's get back to the video. See, 1706. My room is behind this specially secured door. Special hallway, very nice, very nice. This'll do. Alright, I'm all checked into a D suite here on the 17th floor at the D, and I figured if I'm going to stay at this hotel for just one night, I should book something a little bit nicer than the standard room. Let's be honest, if you've looked at the rooms on the website, the standard rooms here look a little Spartan to say the least. So far this room is pretty cool, but I will say it's not exactly as advertised on the website, and I'm a little bit disappointed in at least one aspect. I'll explain later on in the room tour, but for now I wasn't quite finished showing you around the resort, so let's get back downstairs and finish that little resort tour. Alright, weirdly earlier I started on the 2nd floor, so now let's go check out the ground floor of the D. The main registration is right here on the ground floor, very much near the hotel elevators. The concierge desk is right here next to registration. This is actually where I had to check my bag earlier. They didn't have a bell desk per se. Conveniently located right next to the hotel elevators, they have a place called the Coffee Stand. I mentioned the Stevens ties to Detroit, so they have giant slot machines right inside the main valet here. Maize and Blue, the Ann Arbor machine for the University of Michigan. And on this side, the green machine, East Lansing for Michigan State. Loud music is a staple of all the Stevens resorts, so I'm having to try to dodge the music. All the table games here at the D are found on the ground floor. I just did a flyby. They had blackjack ranging from $10 up to $25. Roulette was $10. Pretty decently priced. This is a Thursday afternoon. I mentioned there was not a lot to eat here. Aside from Andiamo and Bacon Nation, I believe this is it. American Coney Island chili dogs. Again, not a ton to eat here, but listen, you're on Fremont Street, so you can go just about anywhere you want. Derek Stevens definitely has a thing for long bars. As a matter of fact, this one's called Long Bar. There's Mega Bar over at Circa and Long Bar here. 36 bar stools and 15 TVs. Yes, I did count. Alright, that's a look around the resort. It's a smallish resort, but then again, this hotel only has 638 rooms. The gaming area, in case you're wondering and you're a nerd like me, is 42,000 square feet, which split across 2 levels actually makes for a small feeling casino. But like I said, small property. Alright, I still owe you that room tour and I promise that's coming, but for now I gotta take a break from this video and I'm gonna head out onto Fremont Street. I'm gonna film a walkthrough of the entirety of Fremont Street. I'm gonna go from the plaza all the way to the El Cortez, showing you the highlights along the way. That's gonna be in a separate video. I can't say at this point whether it's gonna be before or after this video, so why don't you do me a favor, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. That way you'll get notified anytime we release content, that video or otherwise. Alright, I'm gonna go do that, then I'm gonna come back here and get cleaned up. Then I'll give you that room tour, and after that, I'm just going to have fun here at the D tonight. After filming the walking tour, I went by Evil Pie for a couple slices of pizza, and I have to say I was a bit underwhelmed. What do you think about Evil Pie? Leave it down in the comments, but for my money, these slices are nowhere near as good as what you can get at Pizza Rock. Alright, other filming done, I've had a chance to take a shower and change clothes, and I'm ready to show you around the D Suite here at the D Las Vegas. It just so happens that I had something in the bag that matches my surroundings pretty well. As a matter of fact, if I sit really still in this room, you might not even be able to see me at all. But this is a very cool room for a budget property on Fremont Street, so let me show you around. This room is perfect for entertaining, and there's a couple of reasons I booked this room, and I'll tell you about those as we go along. What you find right away when you first come into this room is this wet bar. I love the red bar stools. I love the mosaic glass backsplash, the black granite countertops, tons of storage, and oh yeah, a pretty nice fridge. Bear with me on this tour, you might be able to hear Fremont Street right outside. As you move into the room, you've got a formal dining table for 3, a nice entry table. I love the decor in here. It's kind of got this formal wear theme. Over there on that wall there is fedora artwork, and this little collage back here is actually made out of neckties. I mentioned entertaining. There is tons of seating in this room. This L-shaped couch could easily seat 6 people. Add that to the 3 bar stools and the 3 dining chairs and you could seat 10 people in this room easily. Over here on the entertainment wall is one place this room fell short of my expectations. On the D's website, they described this room as having 3 TVs in the living room. In fact, they still have pictures on the website of this wall having 3 TVs on it. I envisioned showing you guys this room as one of the best places to book a guy's trip to Las Vegas, maybe March Madness or an NFL Sunday. I thought this would be a really cool place to show you could book and all congregate in one room, watch sports. Unfortunately, just the 1 TV in this room. On top of that, I would think behind the wet bar would have been the perfect place for another TV in this room. Again, it's still a great room for a bachelor party or a bachelorette party, but it's definitely not the sports viewing room that I thought it was going to be. Moving on in here to the bedroom, I really do like this room. The king bed is centered on this wall behind me. I love the wardrobes on either side. Tons of storage. The lights do come on when you open those. At the foot of the bed, you have a dresser where you could put your suitcase or unpack your suitcase. Right next to that is a desk. I will say there is no lamp on the desktop, so if you're trying to get some work done, you might be lacking in light. Above that is a TV, which is a little bit small for this size room. Again, you've got a great design motif. I love the red, gray, and black in this entire suite. It extends all the way from the walls to the artwork to the throw pillows on the bed. It's a very pretty room. Again, very nice for what I would consider to be a budget Fremont hotel. Now, even as impressed as I am in the living room, this bathroom is where this suite really shines. It's got a great double sinked vanity with a granite countertop, a great backlit mirror. There is a makeup mirror in the corner. On the other side, there is an enormous shower. It has a rainfall shower head as well as a handheld wand. There's a bench in the corner. Right next to the shower, behind the same smoked glass, is a private water closet. It's not terribly private because you can see through that glass. Semi-private, we'll call it. You have a nice full-length mirror to check yourself out before you leave the room, and the amenities are upgraded here in the D Suites. The toiletries are by this ink and water brand that I've never heard of before, but they were very nice. Interestingly enough, everything from the shampoo to the conditioner to the soap, all gray. Although I really like this room overall, it's definitely not perfect. In this particular room, it's super hot, and I have absolutely no control over the thermostat whatsoever. There is a thermostat right here. The buttons don't do anything. I can't change the temperature up or down. It's set on 72, but it feels like it's probably about 75 in this room. There is a separate thermostat in the bedroom, also set at 72, but it's much cooler in there. Another place this room falls a little bit short is it is awfully beat up. Now this is a party hotel, and this is a party room. This room has definitely seen some miles, and it's seen a few things. But the furniture is pretty scuffed up, beat up on the corners, nicked up everywhere. The outlets are worn out. A couple of them I've tried to plug my things into, and the plugs just kind of fall out. And the last issue with this room is really not the room's fault at all. It's not really even the hotel's fault, but let me show you. This is Fremont Street right here. One of Fremont's stages is literally right underneath this window. It's just now getting geared up for the night, about 7:30 p.m., and it is loud. Now, that's a risk you take when you book a room on Fremont Street. I had hoped perhaps that the suites would be on the other side of the building, so they'd be a little bit quieter. This is going to be a real problem for me when I try to go to bed tonight, especially considering I have to get up at 4:30 a.m. to head to the airport. Like I said, it's a risk you take when you stay on Fremont Street, but this is going to be bad. Alright, that's it for the room tour. This is my last night in Vegas. I'm going to get out on Fremont Street and have some fun tonight. I probably won't check in on this video again tonight, and since I have to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm probably not going to film anything then either. So, when I get home, I'll check back in on this video and give you my overall thoughts for staying at the D in 2024, and I'll let you know the price details. Alright, as you can see, I'm back home from my stay at the D, and it's time to go over my overall thoughts for staying at the D in 2024 or 2025. I actually prefer to do it this way because I think after you've had a few weeks to digest your stay, you're able to give a better opinion rather than trying to rush through pros and cons before checking out of the hotel. Overall, I enjoyed my stay at the D more than I thought I would, and I was more impressed with the property than I thought I would be. Prior to this stay, the last time I set foot in that hotel, it was still known as Fitzgerald's. If you know Vegas, you know it hasn't been Fitzgerald's for quite a few years. And you also know that Fitzgerald's was not the nicest place in the world. It was actually pretty much a dump by the time it was sold to Derek Stevens and his brother and revamped and turned into the D Las Vegas. The casino itself was more upscale than I expected. It was loud, it was upbeat, it had a great energy on the casino floor, and I found it to be a pretty good place to gamble. That said, I prefer Circa, so I did most of my gambling on this trip over across the street at Circa. They do share a players club, Club 1, so if you're getting comps at any of the Club 1 properties, you can use your food and beverage credit at any of the three, Circa, Golden Gate, or the D. You're earning the same points at any one of the casinos, and you'll get comp offers across the three properties, much like you would MGM Resorts or Caesars Entertainment. Since I got home, I've already begun receiving mail offers from Club 1, including 3 free nights at the D, 4 free nights at the Golden Gate, or discounted room rates at Circa. On top of that, $60 a week in free play and $60 a week in food and beverage credit, which is not too bad considering I didn't play very much. I played slots and video poker for about 90 minutes at the D, I played slots for about 30 minutes at Circa, and then I played about 3 hours of blackjack at $25 a hand. I came out ahead, but that's not the point. That amount of play would be considered pretty light by strip standards, and yet I'm receiving pretty good comp offers. Let's talk about the rooms for just a moment. My room was probably not a great representation, and in retrospect, I probably should have booked one of the standard rooms, but I mentioned in the video that the standard rooms at the D are not luxurious in the least, but it is a Fremont Street property, and most of the rooms downtown are not exactly luxury. My room cost $279 for that Thursday night. After resort fees and taxes, my total was about $326, which is expensive for Fremont Street, but given what I got for that $326, that's pretty good, especially if you compare it to what you would get for $300 on the Strip. One other thing to note about the room is that it was extremely loud. I pointed out how close I was to one of the Fremont Street stages, and it was a nightmare. The windows did not block out the sound at all. The curtains didn't really block out the light all that well either, and I basically didn't sleep. The party didn't die down until about 1:30 a.m. or so, and I had to be up about 4:30 a.m. to head to the airport. You can do the math. I didn't get much sleep. I'm not sure if I was on the other side of the hall if I'd had any better luck, because although that stage would not have been right outside my window, it still would have carried plenty of sound up to the glass. If you're a light sleeper and you want to go to bed before about 2 a.m., you don't want to stay at the D. You probably don't want to stay on Fremont Street, period. As far as the hotel experience overall, it does not offer a lot of food and beverage options, but if you're staying on Fremont Street, that's probably not a big deal to you because you're right there under the canopy with tons of options right next door, across the street, etc. The casino floor I mentioned was vibrant and had a good energy. The music is extremely loud. If you've ever been in Circa, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that fits the bill of a fun party atmosphere, and that's what Fremont Street is all about. Now, my stay was not during pool season, but it is important to note that because it's a sister property to Circa, if you stay at the D, or the Golden Gate for that matter, you do get to use Stadium Swim at Circa for free. The D does have a small hotel-style pool without much atmosphere at all, but you take your D room key over to Stadium Swim and you will get free general admission. All right, now for the most important part, would I recommend the D to you in 2024, 2025? Believe it or not, I would. If you're okay with the premise of Fremont Street and you're looking for a Fremont Street property, I think you can do a lot worse downtown than the D. The atmosphere is great, the rooms are pretty good, and if you're looking for a party downtown, I think the D might just be the place for you. Hey, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget, as always, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell so you get notified anytime we upload new content. As always, we'll see you in that next video because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.